So what is our requirement? First of all, we want to design a requirement. So here the report name is user and their responsibility details report. So in a header session we display the user number, user name, send it, and next responsibility number. Responsibility name, responsibility date as creation date, right, and start date. So this is our requirement, right? Now first of all, here observe this one. How many columns are there? 7 columns. So first we want to understand this layout. Okay, how many columns are required? So based on these columns, the people clearly specify in the MD50 functional design document. So you can go to use so navigation and you can find out the form and you can find out the columns from that respected form. So as per this point of time, how many forms we need to require? 2 forms. One is user form, another one is responsibility form. So here in the morning session already we know that what are the tables are there. Okay, and also again I will repeat that one. The username is your username, demo 90123456. Here I am choosing system administrator responsibility and choose the navigation is security user define. So this is our user form. This is our user form. So in this user form we can find out our user details, right? This is our user details. And also while using this form we can find out what is the base table for these users. What is the base table for these users? In the same manner we can go to respected responsibility form and will be find out the responsibility base tables. So here we cannot find out the responsibility table. That is the reason we can go to access the FND tables from backend and find out the responsibility tables. Okay, but actually in this point of time, how many tables we find out for responsibility? 2 tables. One is FND responsibility, another one is FND responsibility TL. Both are same, but FND responsibility is having only responsibility ID, but FND responsibility TL is having both, means responsibility ID and responsibility name. But as per this point of time, I need to require responsibility number and as well as responsibility name. That is the reason I want to use FND responsibility TL table. TL means transaction language table. Sorry, translation language table. Suppose our client have multiple languages, at the time we are using that table. Okay, not a problem. Here in this point of time, observe. Okay, this is the base table. So first of all, I can categorize the tables. I can open the stored backend tool. So in that backend tool, first of all, I am going to specify the columns. Suppose tables. First one is user. In that F&D user, how many columns are there? What are the columns we are going to pick it? 1 second. Yeah, here I am using F&D user table. In that F&D user table, I want to choose user number. So user ID as a user number, okay, and user name and user date as a creation date. So these columns will be find out from this table. In the same manner, will be find out the responsibility TL. Responsibility TL. Why we want to choose that? How we can find out the responsibility TL table? So here we can find out F&D tables. It is one of the table which is having the foundation tables, where user table name like, okay, F&D. So why we want to come to the backend? Because of we cannot find out the table from front end. Okay, then here I can find out the 3 tables, but in these 3 tables, 2 tables are suitable for our requirement. The third table does not suitable, right? In these 2 tables, we are going to finalize which is the table is suitable. So, but both the tables are suitable, but F&D responsibility does not have the responsibility name. That is the reason we want to use the F&D responsibility TL. Now, in that F&D responsibility TL, we choose the responsibility ID as a number. Okay, 1 second. User ID as a user number, username as a user name. For your understand purpose only, I want to write this way. And the creation date is a user date. User date. And here responsibility ID as a responsibility number and responsibility name as a responsibility name and creation date as a responsibility date and start date. Start date as a start date. So this is the way we configure, we categorize our columns and tables. So whenever we want to develop our component, these 2 tables are required. Okay, without using any one of the table, we can't possible to develop a report, right? Then, so now we want to generate a query, or we want to develop a query while using these both tables. So let us, how we can go to start this. Okay, now then here select from F&D user, and we want to use the alias name. Okay, next F&D responsibility here. So here FRT. FRT. Observe this one here. Why I want to choose the FRT only? So in real life, okay, in real life, always we can choose the first character of the table per underscore. For every first character. Okay, then here fu, here I am using frp. This is the very important. And also always we can start the comma, we can specify the comma here only, starting of the table. Okay, don't specify the comma end of the table. These are the standards. Okay, then once it is completed, now is there any new another table? Right now we have only two tables. Okay, then we can go to check it. Where first of all I want to find out the what is the common column between these two tables. First let us we open both the tables description and we'll be check it. Okay, then place the cursor on table F4. Again place the cursor on another table F4. Then both the tables description is available. Okay, so in this both the tables description, here we are going to finalize and here we are going to find out what is the common column between these two tables. Have you find out anything? So have you find out the responsibility ID in user table? What is the common column between? Just you can analyze these two tables only. Don't go for another case. Don't use the who columns. Just here these are the columns. Just I am going to scroll down. You can go to understand. We don't have any column. So here we don't have any column while generate these two tables to join. If in case any one of the common column is there, then we can possible to generate the join. But here we don't have the common column. So how we can go to generate the join? Say example here, observe this one. Now we want to go to visit. Say example, very simple. But we don't have any direct buses. We don't have any direct buses. How we can do that? We are going to find out what is the link or what is the means a junction between Bangalore and Hyderabad. Okay, so if you find out that junction, then we can easily reach to the Bangalore. Okay, we have two ways. One is direct, another one is indirect. Okay, but here we don't have the direct column between two tables. So how we are going to find out the another column, means another link. So this is the way we are easily find out, and where exactly junction is there, then we are going to reach to the junction, then we can go to catch to the another bus and will be reached to the final destination. But here we don't have any option. So in this point of time, how we are going to use, which is the table is having the these both common columns. So here we are find out the table contains that common column, and also the table contains this common column. Are we clear on that? Yes. So in this point of time, which is the table we are going to find out? Whether the table is having the common columns, both common columns. From there you can find out the user ID. Here we are find out the responsibility ID. Which is the table is having that two columns, then only we can possible to use that table. Otherwise we cannot possible, because of in Oracle application we have 40,000 plus tables is there. Have you possible to use each and every table and will we check it? We cannot possible to check it. We are directly find out the respected table, which is the table is suitable for our requirement. That table only we can use it. And also what is the columns are having the table? This respected two tables major columns. Two tables major columns. Then how we are going to find out that? Here, but in backend we cannot find out. Which is the common column is having the user ID and responsibility ID. So here I will tell you how we are going to do that in backend also. In this point of time, okay, let us. In this point of time, go to front-end application. Go to front-end application. Here, this is the main form, right? So this form contains user information and as well as responsibility information. User information as well as responsibility information. Observe. And we have one more form, responsibility form. In this responsibility form, have you find out the user information? No, right? So in this point of time, we are going to select user form. Because of this form is having the both information, definitely we can find out the respected common table. The respected common table. So here, observe this one. I'm going to specify my table, sorry, my user. And here, if you go for this one, here we find out the table. This table already we know. Okay. And go to responsibility session. Here we search into the table. It is showing a new table. So in this point of time, we can easily understand, definitely this table contains two common columns. So here, how we are going to decide it? The system clearly shows us this is the only one table is having the common columns, right? Now let us say, first of all we are going to check it, then only we can confirm it whether it is suitable or not. Okay, just copy this one. Once we copy that, go to backend and place it and F4. Then here, observe this one. So this table is having the user ID, and also this table is having the responsibility ID. So now we finalize this table is the correct table to match our requirements, right? All of you clear how we can go to? So here I didn't check each and every table. Directly I can go to checking in respected forms only. Respected form only we have find out the respected table, which is the match table to our requirement, right? So once we finalize this one, now we close this one and will be specify that table. Then here I can add that table and will be give the alias name FURGD, right? Once we are giving that, then here now we can generate the join. So how we can generate the join? First of all, so here first we are going to give the generate anyone. If you want to give the join FND user to FND user as group, then we can give it. After that, responsibility to FND user to rest groups automatically generate the join. Here now I am giving FND user dot user ID. FND user dot user ID. Just here very simple. If you specify the alias names and put the dot, automatically it shows what are the columns are there in that table. Okay. If you write the table name is mistake, means is there any mistakes are done in our table, it doesn't show us any columns. Suppose say example here, observe this one. Lot of people is done the mistakes. The table doesn't have the proper meaning, right? Now I am going to give the FU, put it. So in this time we are clearly understand we done a mistake in our table. That is a blind int, right? So now we can use, right? So now we can give the user ID and FURGD dot user ID, right? Then once it is completed, now we want to generate one more join and we can give FRT dot responsibility ID equal to FURGD dot responsibility ID, right? So once this completed, now we are going to checking. So here we are going to give our user name. Suppose I want to retrieve user. Suppose example here I am giving just username. And FRT dot responsibility name. Just I want to checking that whether it is retrieve a proper information or not. So now how we can go to, suppose here I want to execute this query, how many records we are getting? Then there are a lot of records are coming because of all users, all responsibility. So that is the reason here what we do, we specify the parameter fu dot user name equal to our user name, uname. Okay, now we execute. It is asking the parameter. The parameter is demo 90. Now our query is completed successfully. One user have 2 responsibilities, right? So now we can add it all columns. Once it is confirmed, it is showing proper information. Suppose here it is showing multiple information, more than 2 records. We done a mistake in our query level. If in case here we are getting more than 2 records, means so how many records are there in front end? The same records are showing into the back end also. If in case any one of the new record is coming, we done a mistake in our query level. Okay, what exactly the front end is going to show us? The same information is going to show us into the back end only. Okay, if in case any one record, any one new record is retrieved from the database, definitely we done a mistake in our query level. Okay, that is the main reason we are going to checking for each and every level. Okay, and here now we can go to add each and every columns. FND user, user ID, user number, and user name, FND user creation date, then user date, then next FRT dot responsibility ID, responsibility number. Responsibility number, responsibility name, FRT dot creation date is a responsibility date. The next FRT dot start date. So where it is? So here observe this one. We are not find out the start date. So in this point of time, the respected start date is available in FND responsibility table. FND responsibility table. Here observe this one. Okay, up to this one, we retrieve the data, but we don't have the responsibility start date. We can go to check it in responsibility TL table. We are not find out the responsibility start date, but still I want to retrieve the responsibility start date. FND responsibility table. So here we are find out the start date, right? But here we don't have the start date in our responsibility TL. So, but still I want to retrieve the start date. How we can do that? FND user, that is a user date. I want to retrieve responsibility start date. This is the from date and the to date. Okay, that is the start date. So how we are going to do that? But already we find out the responsibility tables are How many tables? Two tables. Already we are using one table. Okay. In that table we don't have the start date. So what we do? We can go to search in another table. So then we can go to search in another table. Select star from F&D responsibility. Okay. In that responsibility and F4, here we can find out. We have a start date and also we have end date. We have a start date and end date. So now I want to use this table also. Now I want to use this table also. Have you used or not? Then how we can go to use that? Just we can go to add the table to our existing table. Existing table. Now I can go to add that table. Responsibility. FR. Here please keep in our mind, whenever we are using a new table in our query level, definitely we create a join. Definitely we create a join. Okay, here what is the join? Can be possible to give the join FR and FRT? Because of in FRT we have a responsibility ID and FR also we have a responsibility ID. The both tables is having a common column. So can be possible to give or not? And also we can possible to give one more join, another join. If in case it is not possible, then we can go to give another join is FR dot responsibility ID FURGD dot responsibility ID. That case also we can give it. We have two options. So one is we have a luxury bus. Another one is we have a Garuda bus. Which is the prefer? Then as per our requirement we can just finally we are reached to the destination. So here also same thing. Clear all of you? So we don't have any restrictions. Now I am going to use that respected table. So here FR dot responsibility ID. So basically here why we want to go to use of FRT only means FRT is the base table of our responsibilities. Okay, FURGD it is not a base table, it is a view. So that is the reason we can go for FRT only. All of you clear? Then now I am giving responsibility ID. Sorry. FRT dot responsibility ID. Now we execute. Then column ambiguously defined. Oh, sorry. Now we don't get a new record. The same records are repeated, so our query is successfully completed. Once our query is completed successfully, now we can add that start date and end date. So where that two columns are available? FR start date and also FR end date. Right. Now observe this one. Is there any find out the difference in that columns, responsibility date and start date? Okay, but it is a not a understandable format. Now I want to change into the user understandable format. Have you understand this one? It is giving a lot of information, right? Time also. I don't want to time. So this is the format I want to display these two columns. This is the format I want to display these two columns. How we can do that? So which is the function we want to use this? I want to use the toChar function exactly. Then here this is the column creation date, user date, right? So here we are using toChar of creation date. This is the readable format. In the same manner, I want to change this responsibility date. So here, then to care of creation date. Clear? All of you clear or not? So what is the importance of to care? Understand? So that is the reason here. Next, I have one more requirement. I have one more requirement. In that requirement, I want to display some information in that end date. I want to give the some another date as a end date, whatever it may be. I want to display default date. How we can do that? Whatever it may be. I want to display a sum. Here it is showing null. Here it is showing null, right? But I want to display some date. How we can go to handle the null? Then how? You can tell me. If in case null, it is display some different date, another date. Maybe suppose say example 3000, 31st December 2020. So observe carefully. I will repeat the question. I want to handle the null value in my end date. Okay. If the date is there, suppose some responsibility is having some end dates. If the date is there, date is displayed. If the date is not there, it display the 31st December 2020. What is that? Then here, what is the column? This one. So first listen. First we want to apply the NVL function. If it is not working, then we can go for NVL2. Why NVL2 involved? NVL2 no need to require. So here, NVL of if it is null, display the this. Okay. So here, if it is not null, okay, how we can go to do that? Then here, if it is null, NVL of date comma. Then NVL or NVL2? No. Here NVL of null. Here we want to display which date? Then what is the date? Okay, 31st December 2020. No, we don't need to require. Okay. If the date is available, this end date directly printed. Yeah, definitely it is printed. So my condition is, whenever we are getting the null, we want to display this one. Okay, whenever the respected date is having the end date, automatically here observe this one. Here I can specify end date. Just don't do that in your applications. Just I want to do that here. Suppose 30th June 2015 is my end date for that application developer. Okay, save the records. Now let us check it from backend. Then both it will be going to show us. Here it doesn't come, right? Then NVL2 means
special case when you want to replace the existing one.
So here suppose say example 1 second. Okay, 1 second. Just you can put as a comment and will be use the for dot end date. So it is not reflected here.
No change.
Oh, already it is changes. 1 second. F&D responsibility tier. Yes. So here we are using the start date and end date. We done mistake. We are using the responsibility table. Okay, fine, not a problem. Then just we want to replace that FURGD, and again here also FURGD. Observe this one. Just I replace the table. Earlier I am using the start date and end date from which table? F&D responsibility table. Right now I am using the F&D responsibility user resp groups direct here. This respected information is stored in which table? F&D user resp group direct. That is the reason. Now observe this one. Now I want to comment this above column and will be released here. FURGD. Let us we execute that. Got it? So in this point of time, is it necessary to use the F&D responsibility table? Is it necessary to use the F&D responsibility table? No need to required. Earlier for start date end date purpose we are using the F&D responsibility table. Right now we are getting the start date and end date from which table? F&D resp F&D user resp groups direct. That is the reason we no need to use the F&D responsibility table. So what we do? Can we remove that table? So why we want to maintain the additional table? It is a burden, right? For our query level it is a burden. So that is the reason I want to remove that. And also we remove the join. So means unnecessary table. That is the reason I want to remove that. So this is the trick, like how to improve the query performance. How to improve the query performance. So we remove the unnecessary tables and we are using only proper tables which are required for our requirement. Then here, if the responsibility is having the end date, that end date is displayed here. Okay. If the responsibility doesn't have the end date, then we are getting the one proper date, default date. So here observe this in that query level. So this is our actual query. All of it clear? So this is the way we are developing query. So here observe this one. I am using toChar function and also I am using NVL function. Have you understand what is the importance of toChar and NVL? So definitely each and every query we must use the NVL functions and as well as conversion functions. All of it clear? So once it is completed, then now my query is running successfully. Now I want to copy this query and will be placed in where? Data model. Then here, just copy the query. All of you clear or not? Right? So this is the standard way. Each and every person you should develop the query in this way only. Don't use the small letters. Don't use the unnecessary columns names. Okay, here this is the standard format. You can always use the commas starting of the column name and starting of the table name. You can always use the alias names which is related to our table. Don't use your own tables. Suppose F&D user A, F&D responsibility B. Don't use that, because of that terminology you can understand only by yourself only. Another people does not understand. Suppose I am assigning the component to you. You are going to do some work. You can use your own alias names. Now I am going to come to your system and checking whether the component is completed or not. Suppose you got some problem, you are getting one error. I want to check that error. I can't understand because of you are using your own alias names. That is the reason each and every person you should follow to develop the query in this way only. This is the standard functionality. Don't use the small letters also. Clear all of you? Okay. Then once it is completed, once our query is completed successfully, now we can place this query in our report builder. Go to open the report builder and build a new report manually. Okay, SQL, paste it and connect. Then here we want to connect the database and connect. Click on OK. System issue as find parameter username. So in Toad also already specified. Okay, if in case you are not specified, then here we can specify. Now click on OK. This is the query. So here we want to vary the master and number. Then here user number, username and user date. So these are the master group columns. Okay. Next go to layout model. Here we have the confine mode and flex mode. Adjust the edit margin and will be choose the main frame and choose the repeating frame. Then here we choose the field for username and user ID creation date. Right. Then next we can choose one more repeating frame. Then here we can give the responsibility number, responsibility name, responsibility date, start date and end date. Right. Next we can set the sources. This is the main frame. Better to expand the frame and go to first repeating frame. Here we can give the source is G1 or user number. Here observe this one. G1. Okay. Then go to second repeating frame and give the source is user number. Next we can set the sources to each and every field. So here what is that? User number and user name and user date. User date. We can specify the alias names, right? What are the columns are appear in our group? That columns only appear in our field. Okay. The next here responsibility number, responsibility name, responsibility date and start date, end date. It is no need to require. How many columns? Yeah, we have only 5 columns. No need to require this 6th column. Yeah, let it be first. We can check it. If it is not working, then we can expand it. Otherwise, no need to. Yes. Okay. Next, we can give the headings. That one is user number, user name, user date. Then next we can responsibility number, responsibility name, responsibility date, start date, end date. Right? You can choose the arrow. These are the columns, and now once it is completed, now we can adjust the each and every frame. Once it is completed, we select the all fields. We don't want to colors, we don't want to lines. Now compile the report and run the report, and it is asking the list of value, means demo 0. Now we are getting our user information and proper output. Clear, all of you? So this is the way we are going to approach and develop the any report. The same work will be repeated in each and every day. So how we have developed this report? The same work. We don't get any difference. Yeah, lines only here. Is there any? I am using any different methodology. So in this entire entire class hour, which is the difficult, which is the area is we feel like is a difficult. Developing query only. So in this entire session, we feel difficult session area where means which area? Query level only, right? Once the query is completed successfully, how much time it is taking while design the layout? Few minutes. Within few minutes, couple of minutes, we design the layout. But the maximum time taking is for developing query. So 95% work we want to use in effort we'll use in query developing, right? So the 5% will be work and designing the layout of our report. Clear, all of you? Yeah. Any doubts? So this is our layout. This is our output. So means if you want to define the no data found and end of the report, you can use the calculations. Okay, find out the count of employees, count of responsibilities, count of responsibility number. If the count of responsibility number 0, it displays the no data found. Or you can go for the end of the report. Let us, I will show you that is also. Then here I want to display. First I want to display the no data found. So here observe this one. No data found automatically come. Okay, no data found automatically it will come. Right? So but here I don't want to display this no data found whenever we are getting the data. Whenever we are getting the data, right? So when it is going to display? Whenever we don't have any data in our user, then only we are find out the no data found. Yes, 1 second. Better to expand the field. So here expand. I want to expand the repeating frame and will be get the output. No data found does not display here, but here it is come. So what we do? Go to data model. We should count the which one? Responsibilities. Place the cursor. We can locate it and count of Which source? Responsibility number. If the responsibility number equal to 0, then only we display the no data font. Then go to select the no data font where we can write the program. Format trigger. Go to property inspector. Here we have a format trigger. Here we can write the message, means condition. If CS1 equal to 0, then return true, else return false. And if, right? Compile and close it. Now check it. Then here, what happened here? Okay. Then now we can go to compile the report and run it. Demo. It is not coming. But now I want to see whether this logic is working or not. So how we can do that? For that purpose, better to create a new user in our application. Okay, then here this is the form. We want to create a new one. Just we can use the plus symbol. It is generating a new record. Here now I want to demo 91. Okay, fine, not a problem. 919. Okay, then password is 5654321. Again 654321. Now save the records. Then transaction complete, one record applied and saved. Once the user is created, now we are going to execute the run the report. Okay, it is permanently saved in our database. Now I want to run our report. Again compile it, run it. Demo 919. No data. So observe this one. What is the importance of no data font? Can we maintain for every report or not? Definitely we want to maintain this no data font logic in each and every report. Each and every report. Suppose our client have 100 reports, 100 reports you should display this logic. Okay, and also we want to display end of the report. Now we can run it. If you go to run and pause demo 90, it is showing end of the report. If you go to run demo 919, and we are getting no data font and end of the report. Clear? So this is the way we are develop a simple report. Clear all of you? Is there any question or is there any doubts? Clear on that? Have you get the clarity? So this is the actual way which is used to develop a report, right? Then tomorrow we worked on another components